And my final thought about this is, I do not believe any organization, well, there can be outliers, but there are few organizations that are scaled organically. So when I say organically, just doing everything by the book, wake up, open your shop, do your business and all of that. Every organization that you must have seen scale must have done it inorganically by leveraging relationships, leveraging partnership, collaborating with somebody, doing something with somebody and all of that. And if your mind is fixed as saying, I want to do it my own way, my own route, the way I've planned it, then there may be a bit of an issue. I hope I've been able to, attend that question. So I think Dapo can chime in.
Yes.
So I'm just going to the first gentleman's question. So if I understand your question correctly, this is me paraphrasing now. As a startup that is just starting out, you don't have clout yet, but you want to convince partners to work with you, right? You want to convince other partners, other platforms to work with you, right? I will try to, very quickly, I'll try to answer the question in two ways. So your question, I will extend it, it will fall into two buckets. As someone that is just starting out, how do you convince partners, right? As someone that is also starting out, how do you also convince talents to work with you to build what you're building? The first one, how do you convince partners? I assume you're trying to partner with an entity that already has distribution that you can leverage on. The answer that I always give whenever I hear those questions is, don't. You have, at your stage, you have no business trying to partner with a Wema Bank or an MTN or a Coca-Cola. Because at your stage, partnerships is not just about, it's not a parasitic relationship, it's supposed to be symbiotic, right? It has to be a win-win, there has to be something in it for everyone to get. If you are approaching a Wema Bank and you are asking to partner with them, what are you offering them, right? How many users do you have currently?
We've not gone to market.
You've not gone to market, so you can't even start the conversation. Guess what? Even if you've gone to market and you have 5,000 users, right? That 5,000 users might not even be enough to get Solomon to look your way yet, right? And so you have to ask yourself, are you at that stage yet where you can start to, I think about 3 years ago, we were still trying, as Paystack, we were still trying to get MTN to talk to us, to integrate directly in one of our markets. And they were not looking our way. I think, was it 3 or 4 years ago? And then maybe sometime 2 years ago, we were able to finally break through to get a direct connection to MTN in one of those, telco-led markets. And so at the very early stage, if you want to approach partnerships, you should be looking at entities or startups or guys that are at your scale. Startups that are currently in your league. Those are the guys that you should be partnering with, right? Those are the guys that you should be starting with, and then you guys grow together. When you grow together, you can break out, and then the big guys will start looking at you. It is the big guys that will come for you, But if you are not at that stage, it's just difficult to, partner with them. And then on the side of, getting people to come and to come and work with you when you are still very small and you don't have clouds. The only thing you have, sorry to say, at that stage is your vision. It's you and your vision. You don't have money, you don't have traction, you don't have anything. And so at that point, you have to be a motivational speaker. You have to be able to aspire to perspire and just sell. You have to be able to sell. You have to be a salesman as a founder. You have to be able to show the people you are trying to bring on board the problem you see. You have to show them the scale of that problem, right? The scale of the problem, the opportunity there is if you guys succeed in solving the problem, right? How you can unlock so many doors to prosperity. And so if you cannot sell that vision, then sorry, you can't bring people to work for you. So when you hear that people join company as early employees, they join because of the vision, not because of the money. When I joined Paystack, there was no money. In fact, I left a job that was paying me like 6-7x in dollars what I was earning when I joined Paystack. But I joined Paystack because I saw a rocket ship, right? And I thought, if you see a rocket ship and you want to get a seat on it, you don't ask what seat, is it window seat? You just want to get on the rocket ship, and thankfully it paid off, right? That's to your question. And then to the second gentleman, so I'm going to attempt to paraphrase your question. You said, what are the, this is me paraphrasing now in my own words, what are the things to look out for to increase your odds of success when starting your startup? Right. I think the first thing you need to increase your odds is first, it starts from the problem that your product is seeking to solve. Your problem statement, you have to nail it down. If you don't nail that problem, then you don't have a product, right? As you know, YC Partners, there's something they call SISP, Solution in Search of a Problem. We see a lot of those I have a lot of interactions with a lot of people that are trying to build. And when, I want to have conversations with people, they want to tell me, this is what I'm building, and they just start from the solution. And I always interrupt to say, don't start you are confusing me. Start from the problem. Show me the problem and tell me how big it is. There can be a problem, you can be solving a problem that is not even big enough, right? And so that's where it starts from. If there is a problem, then I think you are onto something. You then have to find a solution, right? If there is genuinely a problem and you have a solution, you then need to find a few people that have that same problem and sell your solution to them. And don't start out trying to build something because you want to raise money, right? Not all businesses are venture backable. Not all businesses need to raise VC. Right, these days you see a lot of people wanting to start things because they want to raise VC. Raising VC is supposed to be a means to an end. It's not supposed to be the end goal. Right? Don't start something because you want to raise venture capital. Start something because you want to. There are people that are building successful businesses without raising VCs. People are bootstrapping their ways to success. And so if you find a problem, you get a solution to the problem, you have, you find 20 people that genuinely want the thing and are ready to pay the thing, then just continue growing organically. You don't have to bleed scale. I think that's the way I'm going to answer it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for our panelists. Just before